Hey, Steve Zook here. Welcome back to Poke Sue Channel. It's been kind of a hectic last couple months. My landlord's been, I live down by the beach, and he's been taking this place, and he did a fumigation, and then he had to, repair a lot of wood that had termite damage, and just little things like that. And lately he's been painting, so, I didn't want to hang out today, so I took off and took 2 or 3 walks and just got some good food to eat and relax. But since I had the time today and I wanted to go somewhere because I didn't want to be here when they were painting outside, I went to Guitar Center. And even though I'm in the music business, I'm in the guitar business, and I don't love Guitar Center. I don't have like a bunch of massive negative thoughts for them. That's not good for my energy field. You know my life and the unity that I participate in, unified field that I participate in. But I just thought it was interesting. I always seem to have an angle when I go to Guitar Center. It's like a little bit of a research. And so today, here I'm just kind of playing in Dad. I like to play a little bit when I talk. But anyway, I went to Guitar Center today. So today's video is kind of called "Are the big brand name new guitars really a good value?" That's kind of the title for the video for today. Is buying a new major brand name a good value? And I got to tell you, I sat there today at the Guitar Center and tried guitars anywhere from 1,000 to 3,500. And the situation is that the mid-range is usually so poor. It sounds like somebody's got a blanket on the tone. And a big part of learning about guitars is learning how to listen for tone, because what's difficult to achieve is an orchestral balance and kind of a bloom. And a really good guitar tone is not just about volume, folks. Really great guitar tone is about bloom, overtones. The music kind of pops out of the whole, and it kind of has a very, it's difficult to explain. It has air and kind of an exploding air, an exploding overtone or a bloom to the tone that also kind of hums inside the guitar and creates additional overtones and even triads, and not just kind of a shit howdy bass, but a bass that's actually defined and articulate. But I'm telling you, man, it's the magic mids and the mid-range where most guitars are weak. And most of these guitars that I tried at Guitar Center today, even the Gibsons and the Martins, one Martin D35 I kind of like because I've been interested in, I just picked up a made in Japan 70s or 60s no-name 3-piece back with Brazilian rosewood back. This sounds amazing. So I thought it'd be fun to try, a $3,000 Martin D35 today. So I tried that, and I kind of liked it, but it really sounded, it sounded dead compared to the one that I have here for, I don't know, $11.99 or whatever. It sounded dead. I know that guitar will sound a little bit better as it's played, but I think the Martins are really overbraced. I think most of the guitars nowadays are overbraced because they want to be able to ship them all over the world and have them not fall apart. And there's probably a few guitars that pop out here and there, but most of the stuff seems really overbraced and overbuilt. But anyway, the Martin D35 I played today was kind of cool, but not $3,200 cool, And it didn't really sound that great. The mids, it probably would sound better after about 40, 50 hours, but still, even if it hasn't been played, it should have a lot more mid bass and mids. So what I'm kind of talking about is, do I think the major brand name acoustic guitars are worth buying new, worth the value? No, I don't. Are they worth buying used? If you find a good one, yeah, possibly. But the huge value, folks, is in the emerging brands and the brands that aren't so big. It's basic. It's math 101. These companies have to spend millions and millions and millions of dollars on their marketing and advertising, and they've been spending millions of dollars for years. So what happens? I came up with a new term in my mind just today thinking about this. I'm going to call it brand laziness. when a brand gets big, when a brand catches on, when a brand makes a lot of money, and people are buying it, and people are already brainwashed that they have to buy that, they have to spend a lot of money, the brand gets late, brand laziness, that the company can kick back a little bit more and not have to, have as much value in their product, because people just are kind of brainwashed just to buy it, You see this in McDonald's or anything, But, I'm not saying, I'm sure there's a few good pieces that pop out here and there, but overall I think the big name brands are not a good value. And I'm talking Gibson, Fender, Martin, But I'm specifically today, some of the Fender stuff is a good value. I'm talking specifically today Gibson, Martin, and Taylor. I really don't like Taylor's. It's not a real it doesn't have a real glued-in neck. It's not a true, dovetail glued-in neck. And to me, they just sound thin and don't have much voice. They don't have much mids. And, there's a difference. Tone isn't just about volume, But anyway, it takes time to listen for tone. But, I don't really think the new Martin and Gibson stuff is worth the money. If you can get it used and it's a nice piece and everything. But the bottom line, I think the best values are like the older, made in the 70s, made in Japan acoustic guitars are really strong value. I believe the stuff I know, because I've been dealing in it for 10 years. The new Recording King guitars from the Music Link, which I carry, are a tremendous value. I mean, I've got guitars here for $399, for $499, for $799 that sound better than any guitar I played today at Guitar Center, and I played guitars from $1,000 to $3,500. It's just it's gotten to be kind of a racket. So anyway, that's kind of my wrap for today. And I don't have anything against Guitar Center because they're a competitor. I don't really think that way. But I mean, it's kind of a no-brainer. You look at the whole structure of the music business, and the massive overhead these stores have to pay every month just to keep the lights on, right? And the massive overhead of these big companies that make guitars, and it's not hard to figure out. Hey, somebody's got to pay for that, and so they have to have a huge profit margin in there. So, kind of more of a believer in used gear, or some of the smaller luthiers, or like I said, the guitars I get from the Recording King sound amazing. And I sell a lot of the lower arch tops, and they're just true. I have an LH300 right now for $599 that sounds like a 30s or 40s mid and Epiphone master belt arch top, violin voice. It would be a $3,500 guitar. It's $599. I mean, a great guitar can pop out anywhere, at any price point. So I guess what I'm kind of talking about is unbrainwashing yourself from the major brands, unbrainwashing yourself from price points that you have to spend $3,000 to get a good guitar, or $2,000 to get a good guitar, or $2,500 or whatever, So anyway, I don't know. I saw some used guitars I tried today too, and but I think basically many of the guitars out there are overbuilt. Plus, like I said, the bracing's just kind of too intense. It chokes the sound. They can ship the guitars all over the world, but it kind of chokes the tone. So anyway, I just wanted to talk about that. But like I said, I got a guitar here with an Adirondack top, and it's all solid wood guitar. I think it's an RD310. I can sell for $449. Sounds amazing. It would blow away any guitar I played today for $2,000 or $3,000. I'm not kidding. I've got a Torified top, Dread. I forget what that is. I think it's $599. It sounds like an old Martin or something, So yeah, it's really important in guitar design not to overbuild, but most of the big boys are overbuilding. But yeah, I'm just playing in Dadgad here. So anyway, for samples of the guitar, ladder system, hit me up, Gmail. Hit me up at pokesoo@gmail.com. It really works. It's a real deal. 240 studies plus another 40, 50 the secret horse hatchet files. I teach the subconscious mind. There's nobody doing what I'm doing. And the approach is light years beyond traditional guitar learning, which takes forever. Hope you believe in reincarnation. Because you'll be working lifetimes to make the same progress you can make, with my system in a hell of a lot quicker. I've got some people that are taking quantum leaps in the first 2 or 3 weeks, but everybody's different. But if you want to open up your musical ear, if you want to discover your own musical thoughts deep within your subconscious mind, if you want to, begin to hear your own musical point of view, you should just go to stevezookguitars.com, order the guitar ladder system. It will be the best $199 you've ever spent. It works. It's a result of 40 years of hard work, testing on hundreds of students, and basically it's about ear training, folks. You don't need to have a left brain, analytical, keep the control, figure everything out. It's not math, Learning music we need to dive into the subconscious mind. We need to seed your unconscious mind with ideas and learning about the 10 systems of improvisation, learning how to hear musical sentences, learning how to hear the way that the different harmonies that are created by putting chords together in different ways. And I have some single note studies, but the massive growth, folks, is going to come from the chordal work. That's why there's so much chordal work. And it's not a jazz guitar course, it's a guitar music course. It teaches you how to begin to hear tension and resolution, learning to, like I said, to discover your own musical thoughts in your mind. But we need to, you need to fill up your musical tool chest. We need to upload enough information in a simple way, in an organic, simple to learn and absorb way, to where your own subconscious mind, which is extremely powerful, can then assimilate that information and begin to understand how music works, and then it will kind of bubble up ideas, and you'll find yourself noodling, and all of a sudden you'll play something, you'll have no idea where it came from, but it sounds really cool, and there's nothing better than that experience. It's really kind of a self-actualization thing. It's the guitar ladder system is self-discovery, and it really works. I mean, it's, if it's worth $199 to discover some of your own musical thoughts, I'd say go for it. And that's not bullshit. This really works, folks. I've sold a lot of them, and it's been a lot of work, but it's really been enjoyable, and I love getting the letters from people. So if you're tired of wasting time, if you're tired of being stuck, if you're tired of guitar systems with a bunch of left brain formulas and just a bunch of complicated theory, or here's the real problem. Most guitar systems are not cumulative. It's like do this and then do this and this goes with this and this. That's really the issue, is that they teach the left brain, the conscious mind. You got to teach the subconscious mind, and you got to teach the subconscious mind keeping in mind the science of neuroplasticity, which I do. In other words, I understand how to teach the subconscious mind so that it has like an open switch and a save switch. You can look this up, science of neuroplasticity. But what we do is we seed the subconscious mind in a way where it's cumulative. This is huge. So in other words, you could be sleeping and your subconscious mind will be piecing things together because it's starting to compare the different studies and how this one uses this and this one uses this. But you don't have to, in a left brain way, say, oh, this is contrary motion, this is secondary dominant, this is diatonic, this is 165. You don't even have to, it's like Miles Davis says, forget all the shit and just play, I'm going to seed your subconscious mind in a way where you're just going to begin to hear musical ideas and find them on your guitar. It's really worth it. It really works. I would say don't overthink it. If some of this is resonating with you right now, just go to stevezookguitars.com. Buy my system, stevezookguitars.com. Hit the buy now button. If you're not a member of PayPal, just scroll down just a little bit. It will say, I think it says not a member. It might just say pay with debit card or credit card. It's below where it says PayPal. It's right there. Just go down a little bit below a little blue section, I think, and it just says pay by credit card. Invest the $199. It's the best. You're going to get 8-year membership. I don't send it all at once. It's not effective that way. I send a little bit at a time, but this really works, folks. If you just really love music like me and you just love guitar, I have a major love affair with the instrument. I love playing guitar. I love exploring, my compositional ideas. And there's no better natural high on the planet. It's self-actualization. I want to take you with me on the journey, folks. I'm not kidding. Nothing makes me happier than when people email me and say that they're now beginning to write some of their own music, compose some of their own music, beginning to discover some of their own ideas. I'm talking about bringing more joy into your life. I'm talking about really having a real spiritual experience here that goes way beyond just guitar. So I know I talk a lot, but I'm just speaking from the heart. So take care, everybody. Keep the faith. Remember, the universe is unfolding in time, not unraveling. Samples of the guitar ladder system, pokesoo@gmail.com. If you're interested in buying the Lore, an archtop by the Lore, call me. I sell more than anybody, and I get the best ones. I was with the company way before all the big boys. The owner of the company likes my playing. I get some amazing Lores, and happy to talk to you about it. You call me 714-548-0385. Or you can email me, stevezook, the number 7 at yahoo.com. stevezook, the number 7 at yahoo.com. All right, folks, take care. Keep the positive faith. Remember, faith is the ultimate positivity. Ciao.